Good morning, everyone. I hardly expected to be speaking to you again by these little videos, but as you know, for a few weeks at any rate, our church is closed once again, so I thought I would put one of these little videos online in the hope that you'll see it and know that I'm thinking of you and praying for you. And also to say a little word maybe about the gospel this Sunday. I've just celebrated Mass this morning on the 33rd Sunday of the year. And the gospel that I read was the famous parable of the talents. It's about a master who goes away from home and he gives to each of his servants a different proportion of his wealth, if you like, to look after and take care of, the talents in the parable. And when he comes back, the ones who have received more actually have done something with the gift that they were given. They've invested it or worked hard with it, and somehow or other they've managed to produce something to return to their master more than he gave them. But there's a poor man who's only received a very small amount to look after, and being rather afraid of his master, what he does is he hides it in the ground, and when the master comes back he says, well, look, you've nothing to complain about. I'll give you back exactly what you gave to me. I was a bit scared of you. And of course that's not what the master wanted to hear. It's a parable, of course, that has a wider meaning, like all the parables have wider meanings. And I suppose the real significance of the parable is this. It's about how God gives gifts to us and how he expects us to use those gifts well. And that's, when you think of it, a message that goes really to the heart of the gospel. It's in all sorts of different places, cropping up in different ways. In the parables, for example, if you think of one of the most famous of our Lord's parables, the parable of the prodigal son. We think that's about how a person can do quite a bit wrong and get quite a lot wrong in his life and make a bit of a mess of things and still come back to God and be forgiven. The father in the parable forgives the son, and we think, oh, that's wonderful, because we very often are in need of forgiveness and how we long to receive the forgiveness of God. But that's only a part of what the parable's about, isn't it, surely? The parable is not really just the parable of the prodigal son. It's also the parable of the loving father. And we are called really to be forgiving as our Father in heaven is forgiving to us. And that's a very important thing. If we miss that point, we've missed really the biggest point of our Lord's teaching. When our Lord taught his disciples to pray in the Our Father, he put some words into our mouths that we say rather thoughtlessly all the time when we say, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. You are going to forgive us our sins in the measure in which we can forgive others. You give things to us, and so we must be generous in giving to others. It's one of the great messages of the gospel, isn't it? It's the message of our baptism, isn't it? When we're baptized, we become the children of God. God knows us and he loves us from the day of our baptism onwards. But he expects us as we grow and live our lives to come to know him better and to make an effort to know him better, to come to love him as our Father, just as he loves us as his children. So there's always going to be this coming and going, this giving and receiving and paying back about our religion. The message of the gospel today is that whatever gifts we have been given from God, we shouldn't just hoard them to ourselves and thank God for them, but we should at the same time try and repay God for his generosity by using those gifts at the service of others, and by repaying his generosity to us in terms of love and forgiveness, with a great deal of love for him in return. God bless you all, and I'll speak to you again next week.